Hello there, greetings. Welcome to another edition of, I guess there was it last night. The event happened in Las Vegas. So I figured I'd chime in a little bit on that. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. And it's possible more things like this will happen in the future. It does seem like we're going into a purge, an awakening. And so in doing so, for some, not everybody, but some darkness must happen. So it's like you go through darkness to see the light. So that's what I'm picking up on it. So like with the hurricanes, earthquakes, I don't want to put fear out there, but it does seem like the world's going to get very, very strange. At least my feeling on it. The days of being quiet, everything being quiet seems to be coming to an end in some cases. Not entirely, but it does seem like the world's going to get more active. No, not like with violence, but just events like with Spain. There's a part of Spain is trying to go independent, which I think they will be successful, but which is good for them. But I kind of got a little bit of that a couple days ago, but I believe it's positive. Of course, not everybody's agreeing with it. Of course, the elite don't want it to be positive. But as for what happened in Las Vegas with that false flag, a lot of these events are known by, the elites. They know what's going on, positive, negative. So, it doesn't really matter, but they're aware of what's going on. I'm glad I wasn't aware of it. No one's going to believe me. If any of us pick up things like that, is anybody going to really believe us? So, but basically is just, send your light, send your energies during this situation and stay positive, not panic. And, keep your light going on, keep your light on. Yeah, if you're having a good day, don't let that take your day away, because that's what it's intended to in a lot of ways. And people say, oh, you're being, arrogant or whatever it is. They're having a good day. It's like if everybody's going to be a downer of events like this, we're going to have more events like this. The more positive you are, it sends out a positive energy. If you're going to get depressed and just cry in your room all day, it's not going to, it's just life goes on. Of course, you send positive energies to those that were involved with this, and even assist those that were in this situation that lost their life, help them cross over. It just, the mindset has to change. And it's going to take a while for that. So, yeah, I do feel the world's going to get very, very bizarre. So, and people are, going after the shooter and all that, whatever they wanted to. And Alex Jones is looking for the next one. And just, God, man, I don't know what's going on with Alex Jones. It's like, I know it might be helping his ratings and everything, but geez, just, I think some of that kind of fuels more of it to happen again, just so they can report on it. Of course, the mainstream media is no different. So it's just, we're going into an awakening process, what I'm feeling. Might be different for others. And so, yeah, it's going to get bizarre. And, this is with the weather acting up, I think it's just going to get stranger and stranger. So I don't think aliens are going to be landing. We're not ready for that. If there is, going to be government written all over it. But I doubt that's going to happen. It's just us. We're going to change. And we already have been changing. It's just we're going to change more. And changing more, we're not going to think like we used to. And that's what this is all about. We're just evolving. We're going to evolve out of the violence eventually. And as for the gun situation, I mean, last thing I wanted to think of is like take away somebody's gun, but realize, I mean, yeah, you need it in certain circumstances. There's also fear along with having one. Of course, when that situation, of course, with that gunman, it's kind of hard to shoot that guy where he was. At least the cops can. Either way, we're going to come out of the whole bearing arms thing eventually, but we have to grow up first. So yeah, to let go of our violent intentions, which is easier said than done, because there's a lot of. It's not just reptilians doing this. It is also I probably lost some people when I said that. There are Nordics involved, and I'm getting Nordics. I'm getting the negative Nordics are involved with it. So the reptilians can't tap into somebody, they will. So, but yeah, concentrate on the positive. It's just the more positive you connect with, you will bring that ocean of knowledge back in. Just the world has to find itself. And right now, the spiritual community is a small percent, really. They're not trying to push everybody into believe whatever you want to believe. But it's not even believing what the spiritual community believes in. It's just what is you? And you are spirit, you are energy, you live on forever. You have spirit guides, if you don't want to talk to them or deal with them. And that's not really talked about in the mainstream religions because a lot of that's control. So, it does help get to know yourself. People don't know who they are, basically. What's the meaning of life? Meaning is you, being you, basically, and figuring out your journey. It's you to figure it out. It's not for us. I mean, we can help you discover that, but it is it's a personal matter. But yeah, it's brutal out there. Yeah, I think it's going to get worse, unfortunately. But not to concentrate on that. But it just seems that way. We got to come out of all this. We have to just throwing all this stuff out. You got to get it out of your system, right? And for some people, finding darkness is the only way to find light. And it's just we have a lot of growing up to do, basically. So trying to avoid these types of situations, but I think we have to go through them for us to get finally tired of it. There is a war going on, society. We're going through World War III kind of already, World War IV or whatever you want to call it, but it's all internally. It's all, because, the rape and the children being abducted and just abuse and on and on and on. Medicines aren't really, the government's put us on medicine to keep us on, keep us indoctrinated. All these things, they're going to get thrown out eventually. All this is we're going to clear all this out. But to do so, you got to face the darkness. I mean, like human trafficking, child trafficking is not mentioned by mainstream media hardly at all, or not at all, because they're not supposed to. Not good for ratings, right? So, and Puerto Rico is kind of forgotten in some cases. It's just there should be we should be there healing Puerto Rico. Instead, it's like a government quarantine. In some cases, from what it feels like, they in this situation in Vegas using it against Trump, which is really not. There's so much divide here and darkness. Even if you don't agree with whatever political party, the idea is to bring light to the situation, not blame people, and to forgive, which we're having trouble with. Because we can't avoid these situations, but it looks like we have to go into darkness to eventually get it out of our system, basically. So it's all on how you look at things. And it's tough. It's hard. It's hard for everybody. This is a war planet. Yeah, you can look at it that way. It's a war planet, and it doesn't have to be. A lot of us are wondering, why did we ever choose this place? Yeah, tell me about it. But that's why we chose to bring light to it. and they're going to call us crazy, and we connect to guides and, you know, channel beings that are aliens or those that have crossed over, and you get mocked by you know, that's, let them just, you know, the nursery is, let them just squabble, you know, in the comment section, the troll situation, and just let them squabble around. It's their business. You know, they have a lot of issues, obviously, but they're definitely showing all their true colors. And they're whatever. So, but there's still a lot of we're getting to know ourselves, basically, and it's hard. It's very, very hard. And those in the light worker community, you're just here to share your light, and we're going to be tested too. So we're just going through a transformation. And this, yeah, it's hard to say. Might not be a quiet year. Never really is, but it does seem like, yeah, things are going to start lighting up here and there. It's just the way it is. There's not much you can do about it. Just be you, be the fire. To brighten things up a little bit, this kind of, I would say this is kind of good timing. Well, first, let me go into those. I'm not going to channel anybody. I was going to. Well, we'll see. We'll see. One moment. Those that are new to all this, new who I am, or think I'm crazy, whatever it might be, this is where you can find me. It's ivantower.com. We have private sessions, and know, you know, if you want to learn about your angels, guides, and everybody that's around you. There's gift cards, easy purchase. There's other things here, and it's Google Hangout, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. It's also, I'm not sure. And also, you can submit a question through the site. It's usually 1 to 10 days to receive the audio file for healing, submit a question, past life regression, message from Yeshua. There's also a there's this iPhone, iTunes app, and an iPhone app. Android and iPhone app, basically just to get a quick connection, you know, to what's going on here. Also, Spirit Social, submit a question, healing, past life regression, healing from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, channeling, consulting. So also 1 question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, Angel, Reiki from Miguel. So yeah, this is what keeps the lights on for communications and clarity, keeping clarity. Oh yeah. In the image of today, or this week, I went ahead and made another one of these. So it says unemployment office, that's the Easter Bunny. And the lady is saying, says here, you only work once a year. So, yeah, so we're going in, this is a new project I'm working on, basically. This is project, I had project 2 is going to be kind of a satire, future world kind of dystopia. I froze that, and I'm bringing this one in. And this one's a lot more lighthearted. No, it's not going to be a story about the Easter Bunny, but the second project does have a bunny in it. It's basically, it's lighthearted. It's basically, how do I word it? Well, to go give you a little more detail, you know, I did a channeling on Saturday. I do remember somebody, I believe it was Ishtar, the Palladians. Basically, I was at the theme parks. I don't remember much, but I remember seeing Alf. I was like, okay. So basically, I got a message about, you know, characters like Alf being put into the media. You know, aliens, just Alf-like characters. I don't know if there's anything. I don't watch TV or anything, but something like that. So I guess that was a message to me, basically. So, and I found this artist. I was thinking about doing something different. Kind of, you know, I'm trying to do more weekly stuff again. Without breaking the bank too much, but kind of give you an inside scoop. make it fun. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And so I found this artist. I did the Santa Claus one that was posted yesterday. You can find it on my Facebook if you're looking for this stuff. I'll put it on my website eventually when I figure out how to do it. I'm still debating on what to do on everything. So I'm trying to keep this quick too. So I'm still getting my energy back. But what I saw was, I found this other artist. So I did, he did the Santa Claus and he did the alien. It was funny. I saw an image of a guy sitting at a bar, and he was standing by his, he had an alien, he had talking to a rabbit. It's like, okay, so we got something here. So I have the Easter Bunny. It's going to be a different rabbit than that. So just kind of give you an idea of what's to come. Basically, it's the rabbit. I'm going to call him. So basically, it's like the rabbit cartoons. Basically, it's comedy. It's I should have something at least once a week or maybe a couple of times a week. We'll see we'll see what we got. It's lighthearted. It's supposed to basically, I give the gist of it. I'm gonna call it Rabbit Jake. Jake the rabbit from space. So basically, he's with his friend. He's an alien, a Martian. It's kind of like that. I'll go into that later. Well, I'll give you kind of a glimpse of what this is about, and I'll eventually make the comic for it. I like little short comics with them. So basically, it's a let's see here. Jake is with his Martian Robert. They're on the moon, going to a fast food restaurant. So they're getting a hot dog restaurant on the moon. Basically, they're getting an order, whatever, and they're flying off. And and Jake squirts cheese whiz on the computers or whatever, so their ship goes down. So and it goes back. We're in Earth now, and there's a girl there that's Wendy. She's breaking up with her boyfriend named Fred. She's like, I can't be with you, you're freaking stupid or whatever. So she's going home, and then a spaceship crashes into her house. And guess who's on that spaceship? So that's kind of the premise of it. As for her boyfriend Fred, so I guess the relationship didn't fully fall apart. He doesn't really see Jake the rabbit as a rabbit. The girl sees her as a rabbit. Like, oh my, it was my freaking mind. But he doesn't really see him like that. So anyway, so I'm playing with that. So that's the world that's coming in. So there's a lot more to it than that. And I have the Martian. I don't know what to do with him. So basically, it's just a rabbit from space being it'll just be funny. I haven't quite figured out all of it, but that's the gist of it. So I should have something to show at least by Wednesday, maybe before that. So that's what's going on. So that's pretty funny. So that's the second. That's the one that'll be shown quite often. So it's lighthearted. It's not not complicated, not politically anything. It doesn't have any of that. So it's just basically just having fun with it. So, and it's funny. I kind of got all this, and then that Las Vegas thing happens. It's like perfect timing. It's like a lot of stuff I've been working on. It's kind of rough. There's a lot of. It goes into some dark places, but it has purpose for it. It's not there to be dark. It's there to clear out the stuff. And some of the stuff the projects I have on plan are they go into areas that are some people might not want to go into, but with this one, it's lighthearted. It's just nuts, basically. So it's funny. So that's what's on. I can give you that because it'll be, and that's why I'll probably do the Patreon and stuff like that. So it's going to be rabbit cartoons for a while until I get tired of it. So I don't know, I get the name Jake, so I just go with it. Rabbit from space. So that should cheer people up. So I think that'll work out pretty well. He's wearing a suit. I want him in a suit. I don't want him wearing overall. It's like Roger Rabbit, kind of. He's a little bit. He's more gray looking color. So I'll post it when I time. It's not all white. Well, I think Roger Rabbit. I don't remember. Roger was all white. So it's kind of like that. So it should be fun. So it's something different. See how it goes. I think people will get a kick out of it. So it's lighthearted. So there's no political motivations or anything involved with it. It's just stupidity, basically, and a good good energy around it. So let's see. If there's any message about today and the events. Let's see here. Yes, there were reptilians involved with it, kind of pushing them on. The gunner. Tell him that he's right, that this is what you must do. There is a lot of Illuminati energies involved with that, just to let you know. Now, I understand the person that's going through this. So basically what I'm seeing is mind control. The guy could have broke out of it, but not at his state. No, he was he gave in to the dark side, let's put it that way. I don't think he was really there anymore. I think he really kind of went to a psychotic episode. He wasn't him anymore. Not to say that there's either way. Yeah, he's going through a lot of darkness right now. I mean, I see demons grabbing onto him. It's a lot of darkness, yeah. For those that went through it, that Pat crossed over after being, shot, I think most of them crossed over, not all of them. So, and they're there for a reason. They didn't cross over for a reason. They have their purpose. So if you connect to anybody wandering around, those were right. So, the agenda is just to bring darkness. Was there a political agenda? I don't think so. It was just an easy target. It was planned before. I mean, it didn't just think the day before and just do that. No, I think it was planned for a couple of weeks. I feel like it was a couple of weeks in advance. It had no political. I don't see anything. It was just an easy target. Something different. Try something new. It hasn't been done before. But I see his mind totally taken over. And I felt reptilians around him just cheering him on. Dark ones, obviously. Because they had Illuminati energies around them. Dark Illuminati. So they have an agenda. Is their agenda to take away guns? Partially. What I got is they want to see how dark humans will go. And that's usually, they push that on everybody, not just him. Everybody gets pushed. And he gave in. So understand we all get tested in some shape or form. Now with him, there was a darkness there that they could play around with, and it just boiled it up. It took over his mind. He was not himself anymore. He was more of a dark entity at that time. All he saw was light within darkness, basically. It's like darkness was the right thing. And that's why he did it. That's what I see. It's not pleasant, but it is a compromise of the mind. What it feels. So is humanity going to wake up to this? Some will, some won't. Some will just shoot it down because they're just not ready for it. I'm ready to see this stuff. It's easier to just be angry, and that's fine. And they call us crazy. That's fine too. Do what you got to do. Do what, go for it. It doesn't stop it. These things are here. It's real. Aliens are here. Can't see them. Not all of them are negative, but we're certainly good at giving in to the negative, aren't we? It's called our government. It's called food supply, water supply. We have a long ways to go to heal the earth. It can happen. It will happen eventually. But we are going through an awakening. We are cracking open. It does seem like the agendas are opening up where we are leaving this state of mind. Are we going to more darkness? In some areas, and that's not entirely. Some areas need to. I see we're going into more of an enlightenment time period. meaning we become more of the like the Greeks, the ancient Romans. They weren't all fully taken over. I feel like the ancient Greeks were well aware of what was here, and a lot of it was erased from history. And when I say ancient, I mean ancient before Plato, from my feeling is. So we're going back to that age of becoming aware of who's here, but not fully understanding it. So they were aware, but not having 100% on it, but still quite aware. Of course, there were Greeks before that who were well aware because of the time of Atlantis. But I'm seeing more of the time after Atlantis, where there was still a lot of knowledge there of the beings that are here. It wasn't totally cut off at that time. It does seem like we're going that time of becoming more and more aware that we're not alone. We don't have all the answers. So we're going backwards. We're going back in the time of Atlantis where we did have all the knowledge. But, you know, these events, everything has a purpose. And it's just, it's our doing. It's the human consciousness doing. It's, you know, don't blame yourself, but, you know, we're connecting to each other. Astrally, we know where we're heading. Here we don't. Astrally, we do. And so, well, even there, we're not always known, it seems. Sometimes we do allow, like, we don't want to know. We have our minds. It does seem like we're not always knowledgeable for certain reasons, so it's fun. But we're going into more of an enlightenment time period. So, yeah, it's going to get strange. So that's the message, basically. Very short. It's connect to the light, Archangel Michael, or the angels. Yeah, connect to the light. Don't let the dark take you over. Because when events like this happen, people get very angry. You just want to buy more guns and do this and do that. And, you know, put you in a state of mind of sickness in some ways, of fear. Don't follow that. Just know your energy, know your space, know what's going on. Connect more to your energy, your guides, your angels. You can avoid situations like this. And if you are in a situation like this, you're there for a reason. To help those cross over, you're going to be. There's many reasons for everything. We're going to go into a strange time for sure, in a good way. It's baby steps, of course, but I do see us. We're unfolding our world, meaning we're unfolding the dimensions, allowing us to have queer understanding here, and it's great, and it's also very strange. It's not scary. I would not connect this. It's not worth it. You know, they gotta connect you to the dark, and you know, you go at a lot of stuff that's not good, and so yeah. So no, you know, it's weird to be us, but we came to a war planet for a reason, if you want to call it that, call it whatever you want. But we're all brave souls here, all of us, and you know, we're all crazy to be here, but we're here to transform it for sure. So, all right, WeBB, blessings. Thank you for being part of this, and you light, love, and understanding of our universe. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Much love.